Good morning, children. Yeah, we are done with the ratio and then percentage problems. Now we are moving to discount. Discount, profit and loss, tax, all these come under percentage concept only. All these come under percentage concept only. There is nothing new like in the method of solving things. Okay, only things are that we should know what we have to do when it is a discount. Discount means you people know very well, is it not? So whenever we go to shopping malls or anywhere, so there will be an MRP, right? That is maximum retail price, or we call also as a printed price, or we call as marked price, the price which is marked on the good. That is for what a shopkeeper is supposed to sell. Sometimes these shopkeepers will be announcing a discount on that, like saying that we will provide you 5% of discount on this particular thing or a good. So then what is meant by 5% discount? Like on the marked price, on whatever which is marked on that price, there will be a reduction in 5%. 5% reduce will be there in the price that we have to pay to him, in the cost that we have to pay to him. Suppose we are purchasing a good for 500 rupees. How much? Marked price is equal to rupees 500. Suppose if this is what we are going to do. Okay, so we went to a shop, and in the shop we found a good which we wanted, which is useful to us, and in this market price is rupees 500. And then when we went to the bill desk, that fellow is saying that, ma'am, we have a discount, or sir, we have a discount of 5% on it. So what is the discount here? He is saying discount is equal to 5%. What is the meaning of discount of 5%? So I'll give you the common sense point first. For every 100 there is a reduction of 5 rupees. How many hundreds are here? 5 hundreds. How much is reduced now? 5 5 is 25. So 25 rupees is reduced. 25 rupees is reduced on 500. So how much we have to pay? 475. So therefore what is that? So bill to be paid, or selling price is equal to marked price minus discount. Marked price minus discount. So it is given in percentage. We have to find out the discount. So if it is 5%, 5% means 5 by 100. And this is mathematical form. 5 by 100 of 500. So that is 25. So this is the discount. So what is the market price? 500 is the market price minus 25 is the discount. So 475 is the selling price. So now the shopkeeper says that I'll sell it for 475 only, ma'am. You will get a benefit of 25 rupees. Okay. So this is what the meaning of discount is. Discount, whenever it is discount, you should reduce. First find out the discount from the percentage to the actual value, and then reduce that from the market price. That will be the selling price. Okay, children. So this is about the discount. And not only discount, we will be having sometimes tax on a particular good. Then actual price, how much is there? On that we have to pay tax. That means we have to add that one. Discount, if it is a subtraction, tax is an addition of it. Tax is going to be an addition of it. Suppose if it is we have a good of 500 rupees, same thing I am taking, and here value added tax, VAT is 5% if they are saying. That means now the shopkeeper, he is saying that it is 500 rupees. Now he has to pay a value added tax to the government by 5%, that he is going to collect from us. So 5% of 500, 5% of 500, mathematical way. So that is 25. Just now we have seen also. This is 25. So now what is the selling price? What is the total bill? We won't say it as a selling price, but total bill is equal to, right? Selling price plus VAT. If it is value added tax, sometimes in the problem it is given as VAT, sometimes it is said as sales tax, whatever it is that. Now we are going to add it. Whereas in case of discount, what did you do? You have subtracted it. In case of tax, you have to add it to the selling price. So, right, now selling price is 500 plus 25, that is 525. So rupees 525 is the total bill. So what do you learn from this? If it is a discount from the actual price, we will have a reduction in it, and if it is a tax, we need to add the tax, the total tax on the goods which are being purchased by us. Okay children, so tax you will add up, discount you have to subtract. Okay, take a screenshot and copy this one. Right, now we are going to profit and loss. So this from 4th standard onwards you are doing 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. So here also the same. What is meant by profit? So when you are doing a business, you are investing something. Simply speaking about, you have purchased something for some cost, and after coming to your shop, you are selling it to some other price. If your cost price is greater than selling price, that means you couldn't sell it to even to the cost price, then there is a loss. If the cost price is less than selling price, that means if you are able to sell the good to an excess amount than what you have purchased, then it is a profit. Okay, so profit means, when will we get profit? When the selling price is greater than cost price. When the selling price is greater than cost price, then you will get a profit. And you know how to calculate the percentage. Remember, whenever you are saying what is the profit percentage means on which we are going to calculate the percentage, on the cost price only. So suppose if I have purchased a good for 500 rupees, I got a profit of 5%. On which you are getting the profit? On 500 rupees. Then for how much are you going to sell? You are going to sell it to 525 rupees. That means this is going to be your selling price. This is going to be the selling price. Now, if you speak about loss, if the selling price is less than cost price, then this is a loss. The same thing. Now here 5% of profit means on cost price only you are doing. For loss also you will do on the cost price only. Same case if you are going to take, now it is something like loss means, if it is a loss, then from 500 you have to subtract 25, that means 475. So that means you have purchased a good for 500 rupees and you have sold it for 475. There is a loss of 25 rupees to you. And suppose if directly loss is given, asked to find out the percentage, you know how to do it, right? For 500 if it is 25, for 100 it is x. Now you will be going by ratio method. 500 by 100 is equal to 25 by x. Right? We did it already in the previous exercises. The same method. Now, profit percentage or loss percentage. So, profit percentage. Now, first find out profit. So, if the question is asked to find out the profit percentage. Now, my cost price is suppose 1000 rupees. Selling price is 1100 rupees. Selling price is 1100 rupees. Now, what is the profit? Suppose if the problem is asked to find out the profit directly, then it is 100 rupees is the profit. Profit is 100 rupees. He is asking to find out the profit percentage also. Then how much profit? 100. On which one? On cost price. That means 1000 rupees is the cost price, 100 is the profit. Right? And now what is the cost price now? For 100 if it is, x is the thing. This is the way you are going to do it, is it not? So now ratio method. 0, 0, 0, 0. So now here 0. So x is equal to 10%. Now what is x? X itself is a percentage. So this is how you have to do. This is one method. Those who wanted to find out profit and then go. Or else I'll tell you one more thing, or already we did it like this also. When I say that profit is 100, here directly selling price is given, cost price is given to us, right? So now I can say like for percentage, profit percentage means directly without doing this also we can say that like for 1000 rupees if you are selling it for 1100, for 100 how much you are selling, is it not? So for 1000 rupees what is the selling price? 1100. For 100 rupees what is the selling price? So ratio method. So again this will get cancelled and this is the thing. So x is equal to 110. 110 means there is a profit of 10 rupees on each 100 rupees. There is a profit of 10 rupees on each 100 rupees. Therefore percentage is 10%. This is another way of doing it. Children, it is up to you. This ratio applications is a most important application, one of the things, and as well as this is the one which every day in our daily life will be coming across this. So even directly you can do, like this also you can do, whichever method you think, but remember you should not get confused out of these two. Okay, so this is about the cost percentage, profit percentage. If it is loss, what? Find out loss here. Selling price will be less. Find out loss and find out the loss percentage. Okay, children, same thing as how you have the profit percentage, you have also for the loss percentage. The only thing is always you have to find out the calculation of percentage based on cost price. Based on cost price. No way to get confused in this. Okay, so take a pause and then take a screenshot. And here profit and loss part. Now children, I am moving on to exercise 5.2 from your textbook. So here is the problem. In the year 2012, it was estimated that there were 36.5 crore internet users worldwide. So what is given to us? In a particular year, so many internet users were there worldwide. Right, in the next 10 years, that number will be increased by 125%. So they are imagining or they are estimating it to be that within next 10 years, there will be an increase by 125%. What do you mean by increase by 125%? For every 100, there is an increase of 125. So what is the total? 225, is it not? So that is how you have to understand. And now estimate the number of internet users worldwide in 2022. So what is that we are going to find out? Directly you can say 225 of what do you say, 36.4 crore. Directly you will get it. Or you find out 125% of 36.4 crore, add it to 36.4 crore. Okay, so both the ways you can do. Okay, let me do it. So now let us take the first method. So 125% of 36.4 crore. So that is 125 by 100. 125% of means multiplication. 36.4 crore. I am leaving crores like this. I am not putting so many zeros. So that whatever result you are going to get, you will be getting in crores only. Okay. So 125 by 100. If I take 25, it is 5 by 4. Okay. So therefore, 4 nines are 36.1. So now I am left with 5 into 9.1, that is 5 ones are 5, 5 nines are 45. So 45.5 crores. What is this one? Increase. What is this? 125% increase is equal to 45.5 crores. So this is an increase on what is already existing. So what is total? So total is equal to 36.4 plus 45.5 crores. So that is 0.5 plus 0.4, 0.9, 5 plus 6, 11. And then this is 81.9 crores. So by 2022, how many crores of people will be using internet? Worldwide, 81.9 crores. This is one method. Children, I am giving you both the methods. And please, I don't want to see you people getting confused to this. So those who understood this already and you think that this is enough for you, don't listen the other method. Those who think that I know the other method also better, let me know that one also. Then you listen to this. Then afterwards don't put the steps here and there. So now I am going to find out the total. First only I am going to total. So total increase is 225%. Is it not? Total increase is going to be 225%. So 125% is the increase. For that you are going to add the existing also. Existing will be 100%, will be taking as 225%. So therefore 225% of 36.4 crores is like that is 225 by 100 of means into 36.4. Now it is again 25 I am taking 4 times here. 4 plus 5, 9 times here. Okay. So therefore now 4, 9.1 times. 9.1 times. My direct answer here is 9 ones are 9. 9 nines are 81. Decimal point just before one digit. So 81.9 crores. I got the answer directly. So by the year 2022, number of internet users is equal to 81.9 crores. Children, got the difference between these two? So if the question is asked, how much increase is there? The increase here is 45.4 crores. In this method only you will get the increase. In this method, total you are going to get. If the question is having two parts, please never do this method. Never do this method. This one usually is useful whenever you are doing some objective type questions. Something like what is the total, final total. So instead of wasting time, you can go by the shortcut and then find it out. Right? Suppose if increase is asked, this is the increase. That means 125% is the increase. Finally is 225%. That is what we have determined here. So here what we are doing, we are adding the increase to the initial value and you are getting this. That is the comparison between these two. So no need to get confused here. Those who don't want this method, please don't do this method and stick yourself only to the first method. Okay? But just out of interest, those who are interested, children, those who are interested can learn it. Because of that, I am teaching this method. Right, children? So pause the video for a moment. Take the screenshot. Copy it down. Right. Now let's proceed to the next problem. That is fifth problem from exercise 5.2 from your textbook. The printed price of a book is rupees 150. Discount is 15%. Find the actual amount to be paid. Very easy. So let us do the solution. So what is the marked price? Marked price is equal to 150. Discount is 15%. I am finding it here itself. 15% means 15 by 100 of marked price. 0, 0 will get cancelled. So 15, 15s are 225 by 10. That is 22.5. That is 22.5. Right. So what is the total discount? Discount is rupees 22.5. So now what is the bill to be paid? amount to be paid is equal to market price minus discount. Market price minus discount. What is market price? 150 minus what is discount? 22.5. So that comes out to be 22 means 130, 127.5. I did it directly. You can check whether I am right or not. So just simplify it. So 127.25. 127.5. This is the total amount to be paid. That is rupees 127.5. It also means that rupees 127 and 50 paisa is the total amount. Okay. Very simple. Straight. Right. So always amount to be paid is market price minus discount. Okay. So pause the video and then take the screenshot and then copy it down. Children, now let us see the next problem. That is 10th problem from your exercise. It is a little bit tricky problem, but very, very easy if you really understand what the question asked is. Here, read out the question. Gopi sold a watch to Ibrahim at 12% gain, and Ibrahim sold it to John at a loss of 5%. If John paid rupees 1330, find how much did Gopi sold it. So very, very simple. Please try to understand it here. Don't get confused. Here, what is the problem here asked? While solving, you have to think that suppose some X, right? Gopi sold the watch to Ibrahim at 12% gain. 12% gain means what is the total? Total is 112 by 100 of X. This is the selling price by Gopi. Selling price by Gopi. Now what is that he is asking? Let me take this as something Y. Let me take this something as Y. Why I am taking this as Y, you will come to know now. Now upon this selling price, now Ibrahim sold it to a loss of 5%. Means what is that one? 95% is the total, is it not? 95% of Y is equal to 95% of Y is equal to how much is that he is saying? 1330. 1330 rupees. 1330 is this much. What is the question asked? Is it to find X or is it to find Y? This is important. X means you will be finding this one. Y means you are going to find the total thing, this one. That means the selling price by Gopi. Like means for how much did Gopi sell? What is the question asked? Then find for how much did Gopi sold it. So he is asking, this is the trick in this problem. So usually we will be thinking to find out this one. That means for how much price did Gopi buy it. Usually we think like that, but the problem here is that for how much did he sell it? So simple, very, very simple. We are not finding X, we are finding Y. How do you find Y? From this equation, because 5% loss. 5% loss means 95% of the actual price, is it not? So 95 by 100 of Y is equal to 1330. So now what is Y is equal to? 1330 into 100, transpose 100 here into 100, then 95 here. So this is going to be 1400 rupees. So check the answer. You will be getting this to be 1400 rupees. Okay. So for how much did Gopi sell? Gopi sold it for 1400 rupees. His purchasing price will be something like 1250. Now if you want, you can also solve. You can also find X here, right? Those are interested. Extra work I am giving to the children, those who are interested, right? So how are you going to find out? 95% of Y means 95 by 100 of what is Y? 112X by 100, which is equal to 1330. This is what usually we think, that this is the cost price for Gopi. Like then you will be getting this, if you simplify this, you will be getting around 1250 rupees. 1250 rupees. That means Gopi purchased it for 1250. He sold it for 1400. So he got a gain. And now this 1400 rupees one, like Ibrahim purchased for 1400. He sold it for 1330. Can you see the loss? Yes, there is a loss. This is the trick in the problem. So this he is not asking. He is not asking this one. He is only asking for how much did Gopi sell that particular goat. Okay. So this is very simple if you understand it. If not, you will be finding this one, and then afterwards you will think like what is this? What is happening? Okay. Come on, children. Pause the video for a moment and then copy it down. So problem is very simple. This 12% he only gave us to make us get confused. So nothing to do with this 12%. Directly you can do it like this. The selling price by Gopi is, if it is Y, then since it is lost by 5%, 95% of what the selling price is there, that is 1330. So now therefore that is a cost price. Whatever the Gopi is sold for Y, that is the cost price for Ibrahim. So 95% of the cost price is equal to selling price. So then Y is equal to 1400. Okay, children. So with this I will stop this class. Okay, and rest of the problems from the exercise 5.2 you are supposed to finish. And then please post your answers to me.